So let's take a look at question 9. It says, look at this melody by Mendelssohn and then answer the questions below. So now I've answered obviously the last part over here first. I've written this out, but we're going to ignore this for a second. We're going to just take a look here. So it says here, answer true or false to this statement. The notes in bar 8 will sound the quietest. Right, so let's take a look at bar 8. Now what do we see here dynamics wise? We see a decrescendo, right, which means it's getting softer gradually. So from this note to that note, we are going softer. And then we have a PP, which stands for pianissimo, right? Pianissimo means really or very quiet. So this note here is very quiet. So it cannot be bar 8 because here we are going from piano down to pianissimo, right? And pianissimo, that's where it's seriously the quietest, and that happens to be bar 9. So the answer is false. Do not write yes or no. Don't say the notes in bar 8 will sound the quietest and say yes or say no. It will be marked wrong. So you got to answer the question that they ask. Give false or true, and in this case it's false. Right, so let's take a look at give the letter name of the highest note in the melody. Let's take a look, and it's really easy to see where's the highest note. Here's the highest note. And what note does that happen to be? It is G. We know that because this is a treble clef, and therefore this note is G. Alright, so we just have to write G. Now let's take a look here. This melody is in the key of D major. How do we know that? Why? Because it's got two sharps. Two sharps means the key is D major. Name the degree of the scale of the first note of the melody. Right, so let's take a look at the first note. That happens to be A. So if we take a look here, here's I've written out the scale. D, E, F sharp, G. A is the 5th degree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, A is the 5th degree. So we write there 5th. Okay, give the number of the bar that contains all the notes of the tonic triad. So we need to know what is the tonic triad for D major. Now it's pretty easy. We can use our hand here, right? A triad is made up of a 1, a 3, and a 5. So what are those notes? D is 1, E, F sharp is 2, G, A is 3. So the tonic triad for D is D, F sharp, and A. So which notes have D, F sharp, and A? Well, it's obviously not that, not that, not that, not that, not that, not that. And let's take a look here. We have our D note here, we have our A note, and we have our F sharp. How do I know that this is F sharp and not F? Well, here in the key signature, we have our sharp signal, sharp accidental in the key signature, which means that any F here, unless it's been naturalized, is then going to be sharp. So that is F sharp. And the G, obviously, we don't have to worry about. So this bar 7 has all 3 notes of the tonic triad of D major. So let's take a look here. How many bars contain a dotted crotchet? Right, let's take a look. So there are 1 and 2 and no more. So it's just 2 bars that have a dotted crotchet. There we go. So let's take a look here. Copy out the music from the start of the melody to the end of bar 6. Alright, so that means we do not copy the entire thing. We only go to bar 6 and then we stop. We need to write it exactly as it is written above. Don't forget the clef, key signature, time signature, tempo marking, dynamic, and all other details. Write the music on a blank stave above question A. So let's take a look at it. So you can see I've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I've stopped. That's where I've ended. And we can just see that we have copied the time signature, we've copied the key signature, the clef, the dynamic instruction, we've copied the tie here for these 2 notes. By the way, what does this mean? This means that when you play this note, you don't stop and play another note here. A tie means that you add the 2 together. In other words, you play this note for 8 beats, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You don't play this note, you count it though, all right? And same with this one here. So we have a dotted crotchet and we have a quaver. So that adds up to how many beats? 2 beats. And we can see that because this is a minimum. So you play this note, then you play this as if it was I'm lying. All right, this is a slur. Sorry, they're not the same note. Hey, we all make mistakes. Right, so this note here is B, and then here is A. So we're playing this in a legato style. This is a slur. So we're moving from there smoothly from the B note to the A note. Okay, and the same thing we are doing here. This is a slur, so we are moving smoothly from the E note to the F note. Okay, and then we move slow or smoothly down from our G note down past the F note down to the E note. All right, or F sharp, let's say. Sorry. So that is how slurs work, and this is how a tie works. All right, so you got to just make sure that you include the dotted notes and you include all the information here in the bar lines and the correct spaces, and then you should get a full mark there. All right, and that is the end of the test. All right, so that is how you would manage to get yourself 100% for this test. It's actually super easy. So when I give through the next one, just apply these rules and you'll be fine.